Hi guys. So today we're going to be doing some active isolated stretching. It's a little different than what I have been doing recently. So I personally find it a little bit easier. But then we're going to progress to more controversial stretching, which you do not have to take part. I just finished my cardio. I did a 20-minute walk. It really wasn't that, what do you call it? Wasn't that, incredible. But I do suggest that before each workout that we of course we stretch, but we do a little bit of cardio. Whether that's 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 45 minutes, it needs to be done. So, I'm not filming that portion of the workout because it would be kind of boring to watch me like just I don't know, unless you guys would like to see me jog on the treadmill or let me know. But let's get into our active isolated stretching. Okay, so this one it's a standing one. You're going to have your arms, on the wall. Okay. You're going to draw your navel inward. Keep rear foot on the ground with opposite hip flex. Slowly move through hips, creating controlled uh, supination and pronation, which is just twisting, basically. I mean, it's fancy for twisting. Um, we're going to hold it for 2 seconds. We're going to do about 5 or 10 repetitions. I'm going to start out with 5 just to show you guys and just copy what I do. We're keeping, our feet straight, arms straight up against the wall. And then, yeah, you'll check it out and you'll copy what I do, basically. All right. And at this portion, I'm not going to be talking. So you just follow along and then I'll get back to you. I promise. I'm not going nowhere. So there's the wall, and you can follow me. So as you can see, I only did 5 sets of each. 5 on the left leg, 5 on the right. We're keeping this workout really simple. I'm trying to go as slow as possible so that way you guys can follow along. Um, Again, you can try that while I'm talking. Do more reps if you have to. I just started out with 5 because it was easy enough for all of us to do 5. Okay. So the next one we're doing is active stretch, active supine biceps femoris stretch. We're gonna be stretching our femurs. It's all again. You're drawing your navel in each time you do any of these workouts. So again, this is you hold it for 2 seconds. You can do 5 to 10 reps. It's laying down, so I'll probably do the 10 reps on this one. So let me get my mat out, and we will go ahead and start. I lost count on that last bit. So we'll try to remember to do 5 on this one. Or 10. Sorry, 10. Again, hold those stretches for 2 seconds. Make sure you're not overextending yourself. It's very controlled. You're keeping your navel sucked in during this. And don't forget to breathe. Do not forget to breathe. So again, this is just the isolated stretches. Active isolated stretches. It looks like we got about 2 more of these. And then we're going to get into some harder stuff. So we're going to do the active standing adductor stretch. I've done this one before. You shouldn't find it too hard to do. It says hold the stretch for 1 to 2 seconds. I like to hold it longer personally, but we'll do 5 or 10 reps of this. It's a really easy one. And again, we're keeping our feet forward. Forward. I'm hoping you guys saw that and were able to do that stretch. It's fairly simple. This one I've done. It's easy. We're just going to stretch out our neck. Easy peasy. Simple enough, I hope. We're not doing anything too stressful. But now we're actually going to go into the harder part. This is going to be the part that's a little bit more advanced. There are ways of making it a little bit easier on you, and I will show you that, at least it does for me. We're going to be doing prisoner squats and single leg squat touchdown. Now, that's it's a little advanced, okay? But it's really, 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 really good for us. And we're getting into dynamic stretching, so it's more, what do you call it? It's a little harder. Again, don't forget to hydrate. I'm keeping this workout as simple as possible. We're going to be going into the harder workouts after these dynamic stretches. I got a couple controversial stretches, and then we're going into core. So, okay, so you guys are going to watch me squat. We're going to do prisoner and then single leg. And we'll do reps as much as we can do without hurting ourselves. The ball is for the modified version, by the way. It helps you lean up against something. So I'm going to show you the straight up prisoner squat first. We'll go into single leg and then we'll do the modified. Feet need to be forward. Spaced out apart. I showed you. Whew. This is easier to do it this way. we did 20. 2, 0. Modification. So you want this. I find the ball to be an easier modification of the squat. That's just my opinion. Now we're going to get into the one leg. These are a little difficult. You have to have balance, and it's definitely not the easiest. So, don't forget to hydrate. So far we've done 30 squats, if you're following along. And again, do what you can. If you can't do 30, don't do 30. Do 15. Do 10. Okay, so we're going to go on to the next. I'm going to have to put you down a little bit. And 10. These ones are actually really hard for me. I haven't done them in a while. So I'm doing 10 on each leg. That's actually a little difficult for me. So that way we can do what we'll have 50 squats in. And again, don't do as many as I do if you can't. I think that's 10, I don't know. That was 10. I lost count on that last one, but I just stopped because I could tell I was losing my balance, and it probably, and my positioning was kind of, I was failing my stance, so I just stopped. Like I said, this Patreon is about us getting healthy together. It's not just about, me. It's not. All right, so now that we're done with the squats, thank God, we're going to go into a couple controversial stretches. I've done one of them on here before, but the reason why they call them I can't do the other three because I'm not fit enough, but the reason why they call them controversial is because you can overextend yourself quite easily. So if you're not used to stretching like this, don't do it. Do the best you can, the best version you can, without hurting yourself. With that being said, I'll begin. Feels really good. You're getting your hips, the butt stretched out. Feels really nice. So, again, that was just for a little controversy. Again, that stretches for more advanced people. You've already seen me do this stretch before, so I don't understand why it's so controversial. But I'm going to do it anyways. Again, as I said, I don't know why that one's in the controversial group. But now we're going to move on to core. I've only got a couple core workouts for us, and then we're going to get into diet. And these core workouts will be performed on the floor. Love floor workouts, they're the best. Okay. Back out. You need to be sucking in your stomach during this one in order for it to work out your core. Again, keeping the workout very controlled, navel in, and now we'll move on to the bridge. That one was actually called marching. I see the reason why I have my book here is because I don't know the names of things. This one's a 2-leg floor bridge, which we've done, so let's do that. You've had to have felt that in your ass. Like, my gosh. Okay, now we're going to be doing Cobra and Prone ISO Abs Plank. I've done the other kind of plank, not this kind, so I felt it would be good to throw it in the mix. Again, these are core workouts. I like to hold them a little bit longer than recommended. It says 2 seconds, but I hold them for as long as I can. So you guys can do the 2 seconds. Makes it easier on you. We're all at our own pace, and that's what's important. We're doing what we can do. I hope that was 10. I wanted to do 10, but again, I lose track of counting. I just basically do it until I can't do it no more, if that makes sense. So it's like, I don't know. I suppose you could count that, but it's really a feeling. Like, I just know that my body's done with that exercise and I move on. So we're going to go ahead with this modified plank. Try to hold it for as long as you can. Let me see what the book says, though. I always hold it for as long as I can. Hold for desired length of time. So again, it's just a desire, like whatever you can do, do. If you guys can't feel that in your core, then I don't know what to tell you. I really don't know what to tell you. That is like one of the best core exercises you could ever do. I only did 3 because my body told me to knock it off. Okay, and so now we're going to be moving on to my favorite portion of this whole entire workout we've done. It's been a 35-minute workout. We probably have just done really 30 because I'm fiddling with my camera, getting angles right. But so that was a simple, easy 30-minute stretch core workout. As I said before, if I need you guys to be doing your cardio before you do this. You can do it after, but I want all of you, each time we go on the Patreon, each time I'm on Patreon, I want to know that you've done your cardio. Whether that's walking outside for 20 minutes, walking in place for 20 minutes, dancing for 20 minutes, you get the gist. You need to do cardio. Cardio is just as important as anything else. And again, if you can't, you're not there health-wise, again, you need to ask your doctor. I am not a doctor, nor am I liable for anybody getting hurt during this workout. Anyway, enough said. So I want to talk to you guys about diet. Now, everybody seems to have these answers, right? Like, the whole keto, liquid diets, freaking, what is it, like Atkins, everybody has this gimmick. I'm here to tell you that none of those gimmicks work unless you've been told by a doctor to go on these diets. There is no reason for you to be on these diets, period, point blank. If you're going to try any diet, you need to talk to your doctor about it first. These 1,200 a day calorie only, that should be prescribed to you by a doctor. Like if you're like insanely needing to lose weight and you're obese and they say, hey, you can only eat 1,200 calories a day, then that's what the doctor said. I would never recommend eating less than, depending on your weight, of course, but I'm going to give you a rough estimate just to kind of get you guys to understand that it's really, really not that complex. People like to make it like, ooh, buy this, do this, take this, and it's really not complex. Okay. This is standard, okay? You need to be eating a 1/2 cup to 2 cups of fruit a day. You need to be eating 2 to 2.5 of veggies a day. A lot of times what I like to do, if I can't get my fruits and veggies in, I'm having a really busy day, I get the V8 Fusion. I do the sugar-free because I was pre-diabetic. I'm on the cusp. Um, but those are really good, and multivitamins are really good to take too. But try to be getting those fruits and veggies, and they're a part of how we live. Like, you need that. Your body needs that fuel to survive. It's very important. It's like water. Like, you don't go without drinking water. Don't go without eating fruits and vegetables every day. Even if you have to force yourself. Like, I hate bananas, but I eat them every morning. I eat a banana every morning. I just force myself to eat it. Um, a lot of times, like, the fruits that I like aren't in season, and I have to just go with what's there. And it's important. It's important. Um, Remember, carbs are almost half of our diet. And when I say that, I don't mean donuts and bagels. Like, I'm going to give you some examples of carbs, okay? Dairy, fruit, grains, beans, potatoes, of course, our naughties, our sweets. Those need to be limited. But I legit have a naughty every night if my caloric intake says that I can. Um, on average, women, this is just a rough, again, it's rough. It does go upon, your age, your weight, etc. But this is a rough caloric intake. Women should be doing 2,000 calories a day. That is if they're not trying to lose weight, okay? I have my calories set up. I have a Livestrong app. I really suggest you checking it out. Um, it tracks your exercise, your weight loss, your food, your everything from, it's just awesome. Look it up. It's My Plate, I think. But the caloric intake for a woman who's not trying to lose any weight is 2K, okay? But if she wants to lose a pound a week, she's going to drop that to 1,500. I'm at 1,800 because I'm trying to lose half a pound a week. I've noticed that the best results and the longest lasting results were the ones that took the longest to get. I know it's painstaking. I know it's annoying and you want to see results like tomorrow. But if you want to do those fads, the slim fast, the freaking, lose 20 pounds in a month, you're going to gain all that weight back the second you start eating food. Like, do not deprive yourself of food. That is number one. Do not do it. So for males, they're supposed to be eating 2,500 calories a day. That's, again, for a man who doesn't really want to lose any weight. If he wants to lose a pound a week, he's going to drop it to 2,000. Again, these are for long-lasting results. They're not for quick fixes, gimmicks. Just make sure you're within your caloric intake. That is all I can say. And you can find your caloric intake on My Plate, like what your goal is, what you want to set your goal as. Again, I would never suggest going below 1,300 because unless a doctor has told you to do that, don't do that. You got to constantly be eating throughout the day. This is hard for me personally. I force myself to eat breakfast. I am not a breakfast person, but you have to have breakfast. Did you know? Here's a funny fact. Well, it's kind of funny. Sumo wrestlers, they skip breakfast. You know why? It stunts their metabolism. So breakfast is very important. Whether you have to grab an apple on the run or a Nutri-Grain bar or whatever, like, you need to have breakfast. I have a naughty every night because I leave myself calories to be able to have a naughty every night. I make sure that, hey, I got that extra couple 100 to 300 calories to spare for a naughty because I have a sweet tooth. Not as bad as my husband, though. Like, he's crazy. I don't have to have naughties every single night, but I mean, most nights I do. Most nights I have the calories for it. A couple other myths. Oh, if you eat at night, you're going to gain weight, yada, yada. That's not necessarily true. Typically, when we wake up in the middle of the night and you're starving, unless you're on some kind of meds and that's like a side effect. When you wake up in the middle of the night and you're like, oh, I'm so hungry, especially if you've done a really like massive workout or like a bike ride that day, eat. Your body's telling you, I am hungry. Don't gorge on donuts and shit. Come on, that's freaking obvious. Don't sit there and eat a whole bag of potato chips. No duh. It is not complex. Make sure you're measuring your food. That's a key. That's a big one. Make sure you're not lying to yourself. You know what I mean? Once you measure your food, you're going to notice that 1,500 really isn't that much. Because if you're measuring like everything, I mean, it's really, really not. So at least to me, I'm a foodie person. I love food. So do not deprive yourself of anything. This isn't a diet. It's a lifestyle. That's key. Know that you're going to live this way. I mean, this is the way to be healthy. Why not? Like, there's really you don't need to add anything weird or to not eat certain things. Just do you. But do it within your caloric intake. Make sure you're getting fruits, vegetables, drinking lots of water. That's it. That's all. I don't know what else to tell you. Unless you want to do some gimmicky diet and end up fucking up on it in a week or two, go ahead. You know what I mean? I'm just being real. You are my Patreon, and I want to see you succeed in this. And with that being said, like I said, it's been 2 years, almost 22 months since I had baby goal, and I've lost over 40 pounds. Some would say that's like a long time. Like, that took you forever to lose that weight. But the thing about it is, well, I'm going to have another baby most likely, but the thing about it is it's going to stay off for quite a long time. Like, let's hypothetically say that I didn't have a baby, or I'm not going to have a baby. It would just keep progressing lower, lower, lower till I get to my goal, which would probably be the way I do it. I'd probably get to goal in about anywhere from 6 months to a year, depending on how much I exercised. But that's another thing. With exercise, you can eat more. You know, you can add more calories. Again, like I said, if you do not have the MyPlate app, please download it on your phone or tablet or your computer. You need to be tracking your diet. Even if you go over, like, that's another important thing. Like, I go over sometimes, and I'm like, I don't even want to track it to see, you know. But no, you need to see how much you effed up. Like, don't be hard on yourself. Like, no, don't do that. But you need to kind of get an idea of consumption. You know what I mean? You need to understand that, hey, oh shoot, like, I just ate an extra slice of pizza and I just ate an extra cookie, but look how much it actually added to your calories. Like, you'll get a better idea of how it is. And it's not hard, you guys. It's not rocket science. It's very, very simple. And I just hope you're hearing what I'm saying and I'm helping you out. With that being said, I'm going to go ahead and finish this Patreon workout. We got 30 minutes in. I'm hoping you did at least 20 minutes cardio today. If you haven't, go do that now. And I will catch up with you next week, most likely. Mwah.